Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. Yep. You would have passed that test.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so congratulations. Hi guys, welcome back to DriveLondon. I'm Rohit, this is Matthew. We're about to do a mock test. We're in a manual car. Matthew came to us after finding us on YouTube and he has a test coming up. He was going to do his test with us, but then we have two tests at the same time. So he's going to go in his own car, which he's been practicing in anyways at the moment. And tell us about your experience with driving again.
So I had 10 hours with a different instructor, and then I think we've done 2 tests and 1 mock test, and I'd be driving sort of 20-30 hours with my parents.
Okay,
so.
When you say 2 tests, 2 mock test or?
1 mock test with you.
Oh yeah, 1 mock test and this is the second mock test, yeah. But you haven't actually done an actual test before? No, this is his first attempt. He's got a good drive in him. It's just last mock test we got 2 serious mistakes for the not lane discipline, normal driving position for the exit you're trying to take, and it was just observations in the maneuvers. But yeah, we're going to see if the last lesson kind of helped us and see how we perform today. We picked a route which is very similar to what you're going to probably have on your test route. This is at 135, I believe, at Isleworth. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, and this is his last lesson before his actual test. He's got some time to practice in his own car. Yeah, we'll find out how we do. Okay, all right, so I'm going to explain how the test works again. It's going to last for 40 minutes. During those 40 minutes, we're going to keep following the road ahead, and unless I ask you to turn left or right. There'll be 1 maneuver and possibly the emergency stop, and there'll be 1 show me and 1 tell me question. In your actual test, there's going to be 20 minutes of independent driving, but for my test, I'm going to get you to follow the sat nav for the whole duration. Okay. Perfect. All right, good. Let's start with that tell me question. Could you tell me how you would check to see if your brake lights are working?
Push down the brake pedal and either get someone else to check or use a reflection around you to check if the brake lights are on.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good. So the sat nav's on. It will sort itself out when we start to drive. But I'm going to give you first direction. We're going to follow the road down. At the first roundabout, we're going to turn left, first exit. Okay, and we can drive on whenever you're ready.
Turn right, then go left on the roundabout. Go left on the roundabout, first exit. 100 yards, turn left, then cross the roundabout. Turn left, then cross the roundabout. After 100 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit. Cross the roundabout, first exit. After 100 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit. Cross the roundabout, second exit. After 300 yards, turn left. Turn left.
it's safe to do so, I'd like us to turn on the front demister for me, please.
Ahead, keep left.
Thank you.
After 400 yards, turn left, then turn left. Turn left, then turn left. After 100 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Again, I'd like us to pull over and park in a safe place for me, please. On the right side of the road. Okay, thank you. Now I'd like us to reverse back 2 car lengths, keeping reasonably close to the curb. Start whenever you're ready. Thank you. And drive on whenever you're ready. And continue to follow the sat nav for me, please.
After 80 yards, turn right, then bear left. Turn right, then bear left. After 200 yards, bear left, then turn left.
So let's take the next left for me, please.
Bear left, then turn left.
going to continue following the sat nav. Okay, I'd like us to pull over and park in a safe place for me, please.
After 100 yards, turn left.
Okay, thank you. And drive on whenever you're ready. And continue to follow the sat nav.
Turn left.
Okay, so we missed the turning there. We're just going to follow my directions. We're going to go down to the end of the road and turn left.
At the end of the road, turn left. Then turn left.
Basically going to follow the sat nav still.
Turn left. Then turn left. Turn left. Then turn around when possible.
So once we turn left, we're going to keep going straight ahead.
Turn around when possible.
Ignore that.
Then, at the end of the road, turn right. At the end of the road, turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn
So we're going
right.
to turn right at the end of the road.
Turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
And yes, we're going to turn right at the end of the road.
Turn right.
So yes, we're turning right at the end of the road. And I think the sat nav
The
sorted
end of the
itself out,
road,
so just
turn
keep following the
right.
sat nav for me.
Turn right. 100 yards, turn right, then cross the roundabout. Turn right, then cross the roundabout. After 100 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit, then take the second left. Cross the roundabout, second exit, then take the second left. Turn left.
Us to pull over and park in a safe place again for me, please. Okay, thank you, and drive on whenever you're ready. At the end of the road, turn left. Turn left. At the end of the road, turn left, then take the second right. Turn left, then take the second right. After 100 yards, turn right, then cross the roundabout.
After 100 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit. Cross the roundabout, first exit. After 200 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit. Cross the roundabout, first exit. After 200 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit, then turn right.
So we're going to ignore that direction. We're going to turn left at the next roundabout. First exit.
Cross the roundabout, second exit, then turn right.
Get us to do the emergency stop exercise. So when I put my hand towards the windscreen and say stop, I'd like you to carry out the emergency stop.
After 80
Stop.
yards, turn right. Then go left on the roundabout.
Thank you. And drive on whenever you're ready. Okay, I won't be asking you to do that again. Thank you. Keep on the road ahead.
Turn right. Then go left on the roundabout.
And I'd like us to pull over and park just after this car on top of the curb for me, please, where the curb is raised. That's great. Thank you. I'd like us to secure the car and turn off the engine for me, please. And give me a moment. Okay, how do you reckon you've done?
Oh, I failed.
Okay. Why do you reckon you failed?
When I was trying to find the front demister, I was wandering over lanes. That was at least one of them.
Okay. Anything else?
I can't remember where I was. I think that was maybe one of others. There was one where I think probably only a minor, but I don't know whether it's. There was a lot of undue hesitation coming out there. I was waiting at that T-junction where the bridge is over and then there's traffic lights, and I was waiting there for ages, and I was like, there was a tiny gap, half a gap. But
okay. Now the examiners love that turn there. Well, they don't love it, but that's a junction where they test your patience, basically.
yeah.
That was the only gap that was safe to go, the one that you took. So you actually did the correct thing there. A lot of people make a serious mistake there because they get impatient and they end up pulling out in front of someone and they end up slowing down the traffic. So you did well there. Okay, so it was very tricky. So when there was like a gap coming up, someone pick up speed and it was just really hard. So that was actually just there was no mistake there. Okay. So anything else you're worried about, or
I'm trying to remember. Blocked it out now.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, you would have passed that test.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
so congratulations.
Thanks.
But you're correct about that one one incident of where with the vehicle checks, your car did move around, and that was a borderline serious mistake. I marked it down as a minor on that occasion. There was no one around us. You'd realised that your car is starting to drift and you started to fix it. We didn't really go over into the next lane. You was about to, or it was kind of sticking slightly over, but you managed to fix it in good time. But yes, anything more? Yeah, it would have been a serious.
I just couldn't find it. I was like trying to look here and then
exactly.
I was there eventually.
Now I know this is not the car you're going to be doing your test in, so we have practiced them, right? In this car,
I don't think we practiced those. We practiced the
dip lights and stuff.
Dip lights, yeah.
It's good that you found it eventually. Your demisters are usually in the center part of the vehicle, and you're just looking for that arch shape kind of button or kind of twisty knob thing. But yeah, you've managed to do it. But yes, you did start losing a bit of control. So I gave you a minor for vehicle checks, just losing a bit of control, or it's a minor for steering.
I'll take that.
But it's a borderline serious, and hence why I put a little dot there.
Cool.
Okay. You got 9 other minors. Let's quickly whiz through those. Actually, before we do that, so it's a really good drive in general. You handle the car really well. You plan quite well with some of the overtaking situations with the kind of rubbish trucks and the recycling.
I that twice. I was like, oh god, not again.
Yeah, exactly. So and those can be really tricky to deal with because you've got the workmen working around the vehicle. And just kind of knowing what the workmen are doing and the driver's doing, just working in accordance to them.
I learned from the last one where the bus waved me through, and when that guy waved, he was like, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So just make sure, just because they're waving you across doesn't mean it's going to be safe for us to go. But I feel like we judged those really well, and we overtook at the correct times. Okay. But we have got some minors. Now your most amount of minors, I don't know if you can tell already, are in that little box right there again. So use some mirrors before either signalling, change of direction or speed. Now it's not as many as last time, so you've made an improvement. So this is something that you need to work on. Just because when you start learning on your own, no one's really pushing you to check your mirrors. But it's not bad. I gave you 5, you got 5 minors just there. Let's quickly talk about some of those. So on one occasion, the sat-nav said take the second road on your left. There was no actual first road. I think they were used to be, and I think you're waiting for the second road to come up.
Very late signal, wasn't it?
So it wasn't late signal. Well, by the time you realised the signal was slightly late, but they marked that down. But the main thing was you still didn't check your mirror, your left mirror. You checked your top mirror, but you need to check that left mirror before you do that signal. Okay. Use some mirrors before change of direction. On 2 occasions, we've moved over to your left, especially in the meeting situation. There was one meeting situation where there was a big vehicle coming towards us. You moved over to your left without checking your left side. Again, we're slowing down at this point. Cyclists can creep up on us, motorbikes, or even these new scooters. So keep an eye out for that. Use some mirrors before change of speed when you come to a stop in traffic. This is one that really needed work from last time. You've improved it, but on 2 occasions you're still not checking.
There was one after that right turn where I had to wait for ages, and we got to stop the lights. I was just like, I want to go.
That's it.
I did. There's one there. I knew.
That's it. So just make sure you just still check that nothing's creeped up on us while we're waiting in a stop position. Okay. And then you got 2 minors for steering. This is for both of them are for right turns. Now this happened at the start of the test as well. but you're not going far forward enough before making a turn. So if there's like an island in the middle, or if there was 2 lanes, you're turning too early and you're getting too close.
Go more into it and then...
Exactly. Go further forward first. Put yourself closer to the curb that way. Okay. So the wider the road, the further forward you need to go before you start to turn. Okay. I feel like we just start to turn a little too early and we're getting too close to island, or you're going to go over the centre line, or you're going to go into the overtaking lane. Okay. So just slightly further forward before making that turn. And then I gave us a minor for junctions observations. This is the first kind of not this first round, but the next one up here. So when we turned after the lights, I think it's Twig.
The one where it's sort of straight on, but
exactly,
it's left.
yeah.
And then I went when the oncoming car stopped at traffic.
Yeah.
And I think that person really wanted to get quickly.
It was just your timing. Okay, so you just went a little too late. Not too late, but you just went in at the same time as that the oncoming car, almost unblocking the right. So there's 2 things you could do there. Either make use of your speed and quickly get through there. There's only one car which is blocking the right, so the gap's not going to be very. It's not going to be very big for very long. But I felt like we just kind of left a little late, and then as we went in, he started to move off, or that vehicle started to move off, and we've just about cleared his path there. So you're just going to be careful there, okay? Cool. Just make sure you know the speed that the car in front's going, because if they're already moving at a high speed, they're only going to block them for a couple of seconds.
So is it better to wait for that car to go through, and then, because there's only one more car in that row, so just wait for the car from the junction I'm taking off to go through, and then the car from my right to go through, and then go?
It's all down to judgment of, can I make it through with that gap and that block? So you've got to take into account how fast is that oncoming car going. Is he going to be blocking the right for long enough? And I feel like the gap, I would have taken that as well. It was just you went a little too slow. So just a little bit quicker there, and that would have been more. That's it. It's all about judgment. So I can't just say wait until that car goes past, because if the car in front's going really slow, if it's a big vehicle, then we're blocking the right for a lot longer, meaning we could even enter in slowly if you wanted to. But it's all about judgment. Okay, good. And that's all your minors, and the control stop that we just did now was perfect. Okay, like I said, so you have a good drive in you. I don't know why you shouldn't pass. Just need to improve your mirrors to cut down on the minors. And don't forget, all these minors could lead to serious mistakes. So if something's on your left, or you miss something on your left or your right, or before signaling, it can be a serious mistake. So just remember, these can lead to serious faults. But to be getting 9 mistakes, 9 driver faults, so minor mistakes, is pretty good. Okay, I know it sounds like a lot, but it's to highlight what areas that you can work on, and I'm a lot stricter, as people like to tell me. Okay,
I'll take that.
Good. But so if you're passing with me, I didn't see why you shouldn't pass your actual test as well.
Fantastic.
Okay, good. Well done. Hopefully you guys found this useful, and we'll see you guys on the next mock test. And was there any questions before we end? Okay, good. Well done.